So my beautiful viewers, we're not going to talk to you. We're not going to say anything because I need to share this with you. Just give me 1 second. And we are not in studio. We are on Zoom. So here we go. And ladies, you can dance with me. Wow, wow, wow. Thank you for dancing with me, my beautiful viewers. You are in for a surprise. We are inviting you to be part of our discussion today. We're going to talk about the power of love. But before we start, before I let the ladies introduce themselves, and before we start with anything, I wanted to ask you a question. Do you feel loved? And I've got something I need to tell you. And maybe I need to put on my B glasses for this. So if you're ready, so the hat will go on a little bit to the top because to fit for the B. But can I tell you, you can only really experience love when you start to love yourself first. So we're going to talk about the power of love, and all the two amazing ladies that's on here is going to share their wisdom, their brilliance. We're going to talk a little bit about the Mrs. Spots because both of the ladies are giving their time, their hearts, their energy with love for an amazing community. And we're going to talk about more than love, more than self-love, more than community love. Okay. So first of all, I need to showcase beautiful Nina's video. She is our golden sponsor for this month as well, for this show. So my beautiful Nina, she is, just give me 1 second. I just need to open a video up, otherwise you will not see the full video. And I'm going to share. She's got an amazing event, and both me and Gail are speakers on this event. And for me, I'm very excited because I am going to talk about soul-led leadership, the Diamond Way. So I'm very excited for my talk. So let me share this page quickly. And my beautiful ladies, you all can see beautiful Nina's face. And my beautiful viewers, this is an amazing event happening in March. And I dare you, I encourage you to click or scan the QR code and register for you to be there. 3 days, but Nina will explain in more detail. So Nina, go my girl, here we go.
Have you ever had a quiet moment that you knew you were meant to do more than just watch the world suffer? You look at what's happening around you and think there must be a better way to lead this world. And there is. A big shift is happening in how we heal, lead.
We see your whole desktop.
We are moving into a new era of global healing, where healers are called to lead. If we want to have a better world, we need to heal what's unhealed.
We lost Nina, honey. Did you know that, Sanet?
Yes, I'm trying to quickly see if I can get hold of her back. Just give me 1 second. I'm so sorry for that, my beautiful viewers. She's back. So let me start from the beginning. So Nina, Here is to you, my girl.
The quiet moment that you knew you were meant to do more than just watch the world suffer. You look at what's happening around you and think there must be a better way to lead this world. And there is. A big shift is happening in how we heal, lead, and support the world. We are moving into a new era of global healing where healers are called to lead. If we want to have a better world, we need to heal what's unhealed inside of us. Because hurt people hurt, healed people heal. This is exactly why the New Era of Global Healing Summit exists. We are bringing together 35 speakers from all over the world, scientists, doctors, researchers, healers, and leaders, all in one place to share what actually works and what's coming next. Inside this summit, you will understand where healing and the world is heading and how to prepare for it. Learn practical tools to feel more grounded, safer in your body, and calm no matter what's happening around you. And that feeling that you had, that quiet sense that must be a better way, the pull to step forward instead of staying in the background, that's your soul reminding you of who you're meant to be and inviting you to step forward into it. This is the new era of global healing. Come and join us now.
Thank you, thank you. And Gail, what are your topics going to be? Please tell the viewers.
Playing the game. The subtitle is If Everything is Energy, Then What?
Wow. Beautiful, beautiful. So my beautiful viewers, I am going to ask my beautiful two guests to introduce themselves. And then one of the questions I would love you after your introduction is to tell us, what does the word power of love brings to your mind, but particularly not only to your mind, but to your heart as well. So Gail, we can start off with you, my beautiful one.
Well, hello, everybody. I'm Gail Kraft, and I am a Mrs. Potts. Thank you very much, Sanet, on Friday afternoons. And please do come and join me. You will see dragons. And I absolutely believe that energy shapes reality. And how our conscious mind works is to awaken us. And I'm here to help you go through some of that tough stuff when you're waking up. And when I think of the power of love, what does that mean to me? That is the ultimate energy. And when I can tap in to what that feels like, not the love of a human, not the love of a child, not the love of a friend, but the love of my soul and all souls that I know exist, coexist, when I can tap into that love, there's nothing, I can't explain it, Sanet. You have to feel it. You have to experience it. And that is my ultimate goal.
Wow, I'm taking screenshots for us for the memory and everything on the side. I had to bring out the big glasses, so my glasses is now all here down below, so I can reach out and quickly grab whatever, but I had to reach for the big one. So my beautiful viewers, did you put your glasses on? Because that was profound, my beautiful girl, profound. And while we talk about the power of love, and I will come back to you in a second, but our beautiful Howard Brown, my miracle man, have introduced me and Gail. And Gail, we are almost going to celebrate it was Valentine's, the day before Valentine's, that's right.
Our anniversary is on a lucky day.
Yeah, the 13th of February, I met Gail for the first time, and I loved her. That first minute, I don't know where my love bug is. I remember this was sitting here, and I was for my grandchildren, because the next day it will be for them it will be Valentine's Day, the 14th, but they are in New Zealand. But for me it was still the 13th, and that evening before I spoke to them, I put this one there so that I can say to them they are my love bugs. And then when I saw this, I knew that Gail is my love bug. So Gail, I didn't put it away, it's still here. Thank you for being in my life, and thank you for showing me love. And I can see you are loving others through everything you do, through your support of the Mrs. Potts, through everything that you touch and do. Your love is shine out so brightly, and I know that you also love yourself, and that's very important for me. So thank you. So my beautiful Anne, will you please introduce yourself and tell us the meaning of the power of love?
First of all, I love love. I love this. I love this topic. I am the love messenger. And my greatest dream is that all beings know love. So I'm going to get to that in a minute. My business is the Lotus Path. And what I recognize is we all walk through life moving through mud. Mud, muck, poo, challenges, discomfort, traumas, tragedies. This is our life. And what I offer is the recognition that we are here to remember. And to remember our essence as a spiritual being, having a human experience. I'm a transformational and perspective guide. I'm a speaker, published author. Chapter in my book, Sacred Connection, an anthology, is titled, Love is Everything. I'm very well aware of the power of love as the love messenger. And it's this recognition of what is power. Power is, as Yoda loves to say, the force is not outside of you, the force is within. Power is that force. Not power versus force, that's a different energy and quality. That's when we are in this dynamic with ourself. So self-love, God love, energy, oneness, and breath in the now moment. These are the aspects that I love dancing in, as we're all reflections of one another. We learn because we're all teachers and students. We learn from being a teacher. We learn from being a student. We learn from our living our life. And that is my greatest joy, to remind. Yeah.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Thank you, my beautiful Anne. And you know, when you look at when I spent 7 months with my grandchildren, and when I experienced their childlike wonder, in that moment, it reminds me of how amazing this world is. I got today on somebody's website, Instagram, that he made videos out of AI, but how your ear works, how your inner body works, and it's just seeing that today and knowing that I am so grateful that I can see and I can hear, you know, all the things. I think I looked at 12 videos. I had to take a few minutes of just rest, and I looked at the videos, and it made me even more loving myself and loving God for creating me. So I was like totally today in such I'm always in I feel like a blessed day, but today was extra special. So, and we had an amazing masterclass with Linda, and that made it even more special. So my beautiful ones, if you are ready, I'm ready for your next question. And the question is going to be the same for the two of you. So Gail, if I can start with you, what has love taught you through hardships that success alone never could?
Well, I'll share the story of when my heart finally broke open. I was working for a motivational speaker, and everything leading up to that experience, the universe was telling me, don't go. And I wasn't listening. And I justified. I made a commitment. Where's my integrity if I cancel out on this? I sold my house. I closed my business. I moved out of state. And within a week, I knew that this was a mistake. And one of the biggest mistakes I made, which I don't do anymore, was I put her on a pedestal. And what ended up happening, because she's human and has her flaws that she hadn't addressed, she fell off that pedestal. And the love and the care that I had for that woman had me so brokenhearted, I thought I was having a heart attack. And I was laying on the couch, ready to call 911. And I thought, okay, if I go to the hospital, I will be on drugs. I will have all kinds of things going on. And I know that's not the problem. And I reached to the universe and said, what is the problem? And how do I not go through this again? What's the lesson? And at that moment, my heart did break open. And that was when I felt love just pour out of me. It's like I've been holding it back my entire life. And the bubble just burst in that moment. And I realized it was the love for me that mattered, because my love will trickle to everyone else. And I loved her regardless of what happened. I could love her at that moment regardless, and witnessed her inability to do the same, and still loved her. And it's a lesson that I continue to learn, because I continue to get opportunities to show, are you really there yet? And sometimes the answer is not 100%. So when I'm walking on water and it's 100%, I'll let you know.
I love. Thank you, my beautiful one. I saw on Instagram I think it's the people in Dubai. They've got this new technology that I can actually have this shoes on and I can walk on water. So that was like, okay, that's interesting.
I need to get those.
Exactly, my beautiful Anne.
At first, I said, that feels like a virtual reality, and yet this whole thing is a virtual reality. And I would say that love is an expression of remembering, and that everything that we get to experience, and I'm using that word intentionally, because we created it, because we set it up. We orchestrate our life. It means we orchestrate in the good and the bad, that aspect. And so to love oneself for what you're experiencing, that is part of this Lotus Path expression, compassion and gratitude. My dad shot and killed my mom after they were divorced for 25 years, from the time I was 11. And I realized two things through that. One is that it was a spiritual experience for me. In some ways, kind of kicked off the Lotus Path energy and the energy of forgiveness. I had a friend say to me, like 6 weeks out, how will you ever forgive your dad? And I was stumped by the question. You know why? I didn't really know why. I was like, I don't know why. I don't need to. I'm not sure. The next day I opened a book, like Bibliomancy. The book says the message, font like 80 on both pages. Forgiveness is not an act, it's an attitude. And I was like, So for me, it's this energy and quality of we get to have experiences that lead us to choosing forgiveness as a way of experiencing life.
Oof. Oof. My beautiful one, this is profound. It's profound. I can also tell you something. So after I made a decision and I had a beautiful day experience of going down at my lowest low, experience getting to the cave, coming in front of the mirror and ask myself why 3 times, and then realizing with a shock, I need to let go of the weight because I want to live. I don't want to die. That day, 6 April 2019, that realization that I choose to make a decision to change my life for me, not for the grandchildren. Yes, they're gonna, well, that time I had only 1 grandson, they're gonna experience me for more, but for me, it was like, this was the darkest tunnel, and I did see glimmers of light almost all my life. But that day, that if I remember, when I remembered, I always think of Sylvester Stallone when he was in that tunnel, trapped in that tunnel, and he was, you know, getting all the people out, and he was strong, and he was grabbing stuff, and he was removing stuff. I saw Rambo, because Rambo, Sylvester Stallone, took the mountain apart so that I can be in the light, the sunlight, every day. And that's one of my celebrations, my dancing on my song, Walking on Sunshine, is my sunshine is not only bestowed on me, but in me, for me to share out. And my essence every day is to dance on my song, walking on sunshine, oh, oh, walking on sunshine, oh, oh, and it's time to feel good, oh, 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 because that is what happened to me, and the love that I could bestow on me to change my life. There's no words, like you now, big goosebumps. I had to bring out the big glasses. There's no words for this. And this forgiveness, one of my biggest things is I had to forgive myself. I was very hard on myself, especially with stuff happening to me when I was a child. So, profound, my beautiful Gail, and this is amazing. So can I ask you your next question, please? Are you ready, my beautiful Gail? What does choosing love look like when boundaries are required?
Oh, boundaries. Right. So I literally sent a friend of mine a message today that said, you now know what non-negotiable means. Boundaries are not negotiable, which means there's consequences. If there's no consequence, there is no boundary. It's just mouth, right? So boundaries are for me to keep my heart and myself protected, my values intact, and allows me to fully express who I am, and allows you to know what is acceptable and what is not. And those can change, though they haven't in a very long time, but they can change as I evolve, because I think as I evolve, I won't use the word tolerant, but I am more patient and compassionate with others who just aren't there. Just aren't there, right? No one else has gone through what I've gone through but me, right? And so they're not going to be me, but I can see their pain. And one of my boundaries is you keep your pain, do not project it on me. I've dealt with my own pain. Thank you very much. So, and I will hold a conversation. If your language is not acceptable to my boundaries, mostly it's language or your attitude or the choices that you make, I will hold a conversation and say, this is what is feeling out of balance with me, and here's why. I ask you not to do that anymore, please. And if it continues, then I don't need to show up with you anymore. It's truly, that's the boundary. There's no second chance unless I see there's a shift. There has to be a shift, right? So, yeah, my boundaries are not negotiable.
I wanted to ask this question, and I will repeat that question for you, but I wanted to say to you, Gail, how difficult, I want to ask you, how difficult is to rely or tell people what the boundaries is? Because in the beginning it was very difficult for me, because you really need to make sure your wording is right, so that, but I also made a decision that if I don't do it, then I'm going to be in misery. So how difficult is it for anybody, any viewers out there, to really look at their boundaries and then to portray it or tell other people about it?
I would say that it probably was difficult at first because my throat chakra was closed up since I was a child. Right. So to find the strength. But one of the things I do is, universe, God, whatever you want to call it, please help me choose the right words so this lands well with them. So I look for guidance in choosing the right words for them. The second thing is I don't own your response. If I'm coming from love, then how you respond is none of my business.
I love it.
That's hard.
I love that. I love it because, a lot of people will have hang up on the response and they maybe change their boundaries again. So I love that.
Right. So I will add one thing. So I grew up, most of my life has been in corporate. And there's a saying in corporate, the customer is always right. That is not true. Okay, just saying. That will bury your voice completely. So,
thank you.
Corporate, you want to talk about it? I got a lesson for you.
I love it. My beautiful Anne. So the question to Gail was, what does choosing love looks like when boundaries are required?
Well, it's funny because what you finished with, Gail, was what I was already envisioning talking about, and that is the 4 agreements. So the 4 agreements, because here's the thing, you already heard me speak into this. We're responsible for our lives, which means we're responsible for the things, events, people, relationships, experiences that trigger us. We get to decide, and when something comes into our field that sets us up to desire to create a boundary or need to create a boundary, that is for us. You already spoke into it, Gail, about using your voice, right? It is becomes the opportunity for us to express ourselves, to also maybe take up space. That's another part about boundaries, is like, what am I doing in my field? Am I small? Or am I taking up space? Are my boundaries pokey because I am coming from a defensive place? Or are they generous because I am taking care of me from a loving place? Am I having an experience that they are porous? Like it's kind of there, but not there. Like I kind of want to do it, but I don't want to do it. That also comes in as codependency. So often these boundaries are coming up because we've been in a codependent dynamic. Victor, victim, victor, victim. Honestly, again, coming back to taking responsibility for this life we choose to live, breathing into the experiences we get to have, and honoring it's not about them, it's about me. I'm the star of the show. And so are you of your show. And you're my supporting person. I'm your supporting person. We're here to trigger each other home. We're here to walk each other home. And that's often through triggers. It's also through glimmers. So sometimes we even need a boundary within ourselves when we see something that we desire to infuse a part of. We need to check ourselves. Where's my energy? Where's my dance space and your dance space, right? So this is that idea of choosing to value yourself first and foremost, and not being concerned with how anybody else is going to experience that when you come from your heart.
This is amazing. It's amazing because sometimes people think to set boundaries, what will other people think, or maybe I should not. And what the both of you just said is profound. It's profound. So I'm going to have one more question, and then I'm going to ask, then after that, Gail, you are welcome to ask me and Anne a question, and then Anne, you are also welcome to ask me and Gail a question. So my last question might be, so this will be my second last question, because I'm also going to ask you your golden nugget. So my question is, what practice help you return to love when life pulls you into pressure, control, and overwhelm?
I cannot say that there's one practice, but you know, I start my day with joy, 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 right? So, and I know that everything is energy. And so if I'm feeling triggered, and I don't like that word, but if I'm feeling my energy stirred up, then I have to ask myself, why? See, you don't trigger me. I trigger me. Right? The problem is not outside of me. The problem is within, and it's not a problem inside of me. So there's stuck energy. And what do I need to do to unstick it? I need to witness it. I need to love it. I need to know, let it know that I'm here to protect you. And whatever it is that's going on there, and I don't have to know the story because the story doesn't matter. But whatever is going on there, let's release that right here and right now. And honestly, and I'll name it, what's the pain? You know, to give it a name. The act of witnessing and leaning into your pain and not resisting it releases it. It's a resistance that causes suffering.
Exactly.
Right? It's resistance that is, right? And it's resistance that caused that energy to get stuck in the first place. And if I can release that, I'll never be triggered by that situation or that word or that event ever again.
Yes.
Because I let the story go with love. Because I love me and I'm the one who's reacting.
My beautiful one, there's one trick that I love it. I love it, and so there's one trick I do. So when it's with the fairy tales, once upon a time. So say for instance something trigger me, then I will go once upon a time, and I do go like a drama queen. That is just who I am, and I will say to myself by myself, no, once upon a time. Then I will look at what's the reason why it triggered, and I will just acknowledge it. I will go and I will see what is the learning that I need to do so that I can release it. Or in case that was not my trigger, it was that person that gave me, that's their trigger, and I release the trigger with love so that I know that they will have the opportunity to sort out their own thing because it's part of their lesson learned. But then when I did my thing, you know, the fairy tale always ended, and they lived happily ever after. And then when I get to my end point, and I'm living happy ever after. Exactly how the fairy tale begins and how the fairy tale ends. And that is that I actually use this lesson less. But in the beginning, I had to use it a lot, especially when I started with the group as well. And, you know, do all the things. And there's only 2 people coming to the Zoom meeting, the live Zoom meeting we had first of the month. You know, all of that things. I had to make sure that you do what you need to do, Sanet. And then whatever happens, God is in control. So I love the fairy tale beginning and the end part. My beautiful Anne.
I also love Brene Brown's The Story That I'm Telling Myself Is.
Oh, I love that. I love that. Yeah.
Right, because it's all just a story.
Yeah. I love that. Yeah. And for you, Anne?
Well, like Gail said, like one. I mean, but here's the thing. Like I actually even forgot. I'm like, what was the question? Like where, like, and then I'm like, oh, right. It's like pick one thing. Well, here's the thing. The human condition is what it is. Therefore, there's many ways of being as there are individuals being. And so I would say I'm going to go with 2 kind of. I'm going to go 1. First of all, touch a tree, get your feet on the ground, be with nature, watch a fire, breathe, which is part of that air, and be near some water, like the elements. Okay. That's like a ticket, nature. And then I have this way of asking these questions because when we have gratitude and compassion for our life, for our experience, and for the fact that we chose all of this, we get to do this activation, ask these 3 questions. How is this serving me? What am I learning? Where are my edges? Which is what we've already talked about with boundaries. Meaning that, like, if I don't have any edges, I'm going to have a hard time with this situation. If I'm willing to see that this is for my greater evolution as a human and as a spiritual being and as the expression of the divine God source, then it's here for me. And I get to figure out and be curious about my life that I'm creating. Therefore, it's all designed for us, by us, as us, with us. So it's like, here's the thing, find the thing that you land with. That's going to be the most serving if it feels, embody the expression of connection.
Wow. Gail, give us your question, my darling.
Okay, so this will be for both of you. Can you remember the first time that you realized that love had nothing to do with someone else? And what was that like? Sanet, you can go first. Well,
Okay.
no, let Anne go first.
Okay, go Anne. Go Anne.
You know, I would say that it's to answer that question would be it was like an evolution, but there was like this essence of recognizing it was with me first before it was with anybody else. So it really wasn't about the relationship. It was about me experiencing me like that. And then there's been like layers of that deepening to the point where even like 30 years later, I'm like, oh yeah, right. It's about self-love. So, I mean, here's the thing, like we're going to continue until we're dead navigating this piece. But yes, I love that moment of coming into clarity.
Awesome.
I love
What
it.
about you, Sanet?
So I was in New Zealand. I got that realization that day, and then when we flew back to South Africa, I knew I needed to get help to see why my fat is not going. I was on diets for all my life. So I went to the doctor. He sent me to the specialist. I did a test for my thyroid, and then I also wanted to go and see a psychologist. And I went and also saw a dietitian. So I started the right way. But I remember the second visit to the psychologist, a guy, looking at me the way that, it can be the way that you are is your fault, okay? I have just explained to him, I do believe, because what happened to me as a child, I was already overweight as a child. And I tried to explain to him what happened, but I think he didn't listen. But in hindsight now, doing all the dots, I realized he listened to me, and I was not ready for his answer. And he said to me, did you do a forgiveness session? Did you forgive? I said, yes, I forgive the adults that have done stuff to me that they have done. I had to do adult stuff that was not right for me. I forgave them. And he got this smirk on his face, and he said, and I remember it was from here, and he was hitting his face like this, like this, and he said, and did you forgive yourself? And the way that he spoke to me felt to me he's another man, and the way that it felt like, I looked at him, and if I could, and if I didn't have manners, I would have spit him in the face. I truly would have, but I had manners. I looked at him in the face, I stood up, took my hand back, and I left his office, never to return to him again. So as soon as I got into the car, and I was so mad, I hit the door, and I hurt my elbow, and and I slammed down the visor, and I look, and I say, this man, you. And as soon as I realized, but Sanet, you could never forget that you didn't go and tell anybody what happened. And I realized that moment, my beautiful Gail and Anne, but as a child, my knowledge as a child, if you get blackmailed that you will not have a mother and you will be taken away, as a child, for years I was like, why didn't I? For years. And that moment, the visor light also brightened my face. And I'd done exactly what a child of that age would have done. I realized that moment how proud I am of Sanet as a child. And not only how proud, how I love Sanet, that could have endured all that she had endured and still had a smile on her face and still tried to help the family and making everybody happy. That, my beautiful girl, was my most profound moment. And that is the day, that minute, I realized I love myself unconditionally. Thank you, my beautiful girl.
Great. Thank you. Yes. Definitely.
Let me take a picture. Thank you. Wow. So, my beautiful Anne, your turn, my girl.
My question is, it's funny. I've been working with this, and I'm like, okay, it's going to come through. And I guess my curiosity is, what does love, here we go. I just got it. What does love feel like? There you go.
Me?
Oh, yes. Okay, please. Yes, Gail, you go.
Well, you're asking me to explain something that is unexplainable. So thank you. It shifts with time. But for me, it is profound compassion, profound caring. I'm almost in tears sometimes with the emotion that can come out, and it has nothing to do with anyone else. And sometimes I will imagine my dragon just wrapping his tail around me and his wings and his head to hold me. Love. That's love.
I should wear my glasses because you brought tears up. Like,
yeah.
Not that I'm into hiding tears, but tears mean like the glasses need to go on. That's what that means.
Exactly. So my beautiful ones, for me, is smelling my grandchildren. It's like hugging my husband. It's like he doesn't wear shirts at home, so he's very hairy. So when he hugs me, my nose is here where his hair is. And I love it. I didn't used to love it, but I love it now. Okay. It's like seeing your beautiful faces now, looking at you, knowing your heart, seeing some of the diamond beauties get the aha moment, changing their worthiness, looking at their own lives, dancing, seeing people dance on the screen. We're not even with each other, seeing, and they get it. Just let go and have fun. So, and I know, Guy, you love that word delicious, and I know Barbara loves the word delicious. It's like, this is the most beautiful pair. Beautiful on the outside, delicious on the inside, and you it's clean and it's shiny, and you smell it when you bring it to your nose, and you almost want to take a bite, and then you stop for a little while just to linger that happiness, and then you bite into it, and then you don't chew because the flavor goes. I can explain.
It's a little erotic, if I must say.
I was like, but here's the thing: food and sensuality and breathing. Okay, like life is sensuous, and yes, yeah, that was both of you. Those were, it's funny. I was like trying to come up with something, and then I was like, when I stopped trying to come up with something, like that dropped in. And like, where did that take us all? Like, and this is for all of us to remember, we cannot think about life.
We can't make it happen. It is happening.
Yeah. Yep. Feel it, experience it, witness it.
I need to bring out the big guns.
So many little nuggets today. I'm going to wear them too.
Here goes the photo. So my beautiful viewers, I hope you've also put on your glasses. Like I just took a photograph of all of us. My beautiful viewers, guess what? Our time is up. But I know you enjoy this. So my beautiful ones, remember, just go down below and you will be able, in the show notes, connect with Gail. You can connect with Anne. You can connect with me. You will have the details of our beautiful sponsor, Nina's Beautiful Healing Millions Summit. It's all down below. So I have now a new trick. You can run down and look at my fancy mouse, Star Trooper mouse. He's got lights and everything. So you can run your mouse to go to the show notes, but I don't have a remote. So I will make sure to get an old remote, TV remote, because a lot of you on Roku watch on the TV. But now I've got a rural, and just pick up your remote and press down. And if you love the show, give us a 5. And if you want to do a comment, you can do the typing. And you can go and see who you need to connect. And you are welcome to connect with all of us. Look, look, look. And my beautiful Gail. Oh, I love it. Oh, I love it. And my beautiful Gail and Anne. We've got our third Diamond Beauty from the viewers on E360. The third Diamond Beauty. So that I know of, because I booked a coffee chat. I don't know if there's more that have joined. So I'm so happy the viewers out there wanted to be in our vicinity. They want to be part of our beautiful community. So we actually don't have time only for the golden nuggets, but I do believe we bestowed a lot of golden nuggets on all of you. So we are on Zoom. We cannot dance out, but we can give you 2 kisses. The one I would say, please smile a lot every day. So here's your kisses. Ladies, help me. 1, 2, 3. Mwah! And then the next one is dance forever. Because dancing, movement, breathing, happiness brings you to that childlike wonder, miracle. And here's our second kissy. Mwah! Bomb.